Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Conquering Hill Podcast Morning Talk Show. I'm your host, Nicholas Gagnier. Today is January 12th, 2024. So, anyway, you slice it, I'm going to dice it. I'm here to tell you what's crack-a-lacking today on the 12th of January, Friday, 7 a.m. Thank you so much for stopping by to have a listen. Hopefully, I can provide some inspiration, value, entertainment to your morning, to your day. Today's day 5 on this journey. I think looking back on Monday when I first started this show, kind of seems like a long time ago. Something about time, especially, I don't know. I mean, obviously, time's always going by fast. We all realize that. But like the new year, New Year's Eve, it seems like it was so long ago. It's only a couple weeks ago. Christmas Eve or Christmas, 3 weeks ago. Like that, gone. It seems like it's like so far away. I don't know. Something's up with time, but we gotta appreciate every single moment, value our time, like we've discussed in a prior episode. So today, I would love to speak with you about never quitting. Do not quit. Never give up. So you can quit on many different levels, right? You can quit on yourself. You can quit your job. You can quit on another person. You can quit on your dreams, on your goals. You can quit on almost anything. But the importance of moving forward, despite the struggles, despite the forces against you, despite not wanting to do it, not wanting to get up out of bed, off the couch, putting the time in, putting that effort in, it's a battle right here. It's a battle right here. It's a battle right here. How far do you want to go? See, there are many people out there that quit right before they succeed. Using a football analogy, they quit right on the 1 yard line. They quit right there, and all they had to do was go another yard. All they had to do was push forward just a little bit more, work a little bit harder, just another day, 3 more feet, right? Never quit. Do not quit. Not now, because you never know how close you really are. Because you started something for a reason. You started that project. You started that book. You started to write that song. You started that job for a reason. You're the only one person who knows that reason. But that reason was strong enough for you to give your time and effort towards. So now you're faced with a dilemma. You just want to quit. You just want to give up on that dream, on that goal, on that job, on that person, on yourself. Can't quit now. Got to keep moving forward now. You started something, you need to finish it. And you need to try to finish it 100%. You can't just half ass it going through the finish line. How many times have you seen a race where everyone's, they're going around the track and all of a sudden they pull up right before it because they notice they see the finish line and they slow down. And then someone who's busting their ass goes right by them to win because they never quit. They thought it was possible to still win despite being behind, despite trailing throughout that race. So don't slow up. Don't give up. Right through that finish line. Right through that finish line. Because that's the epitome of giving up. That's the epitome of giving up on yourself and quitting, half-assing something all the way through. Because you finish it doesn't mean it's a good job. I'm done, finished. Well, something you're proud of? Is it A+ material, as my wife would say? So don't quit, no matter how far in the process you are, no matter how close to that finish line you are. Because what happens is if you start quitting on the smaller things, you start quitting on the bigger things. It becomes who you are, a quitter. And I know that's not you. I know you can do anything you wish to. I know you can do anything you want to accomplish. This is our life. Let's not just succumb to the difficulties and the struggle. I wrote down this quote earlier from Nelson Mandela: "A winner is a dreamer that never gives up." A winner is a dreamer that never gives up. Think about that. Because we're all dreamers at heart, right? We all use our imagination every single day about things we want to do in our life, things we want to accomplish, things we want to try, places we want to go to, travel the world. We dream about all those things. We daydream. We dream about it when we go to bed. But do we fight for those things? Do we fight every single day to have those things? Do we fight for our dreams and goals? That's the question. I'm listening to a YouTube, well, a speech from Les Brown on YouTube, and he said the richest place on earth is the graveyard. The richest place on earth is the graveyard because there you would find so many inventions, so many ideas. They're buried with them. Those things that they were never acted upon for whatever reason. But they took those to the grave with them. So think about in your life all the things you want to accomplish while you are here breathing, right? Think about all the things you want to try, all the things you want to create, all the things you want to bring out to this world to make it a better place, all the things you want to try to make you happy, all the things you're passionate about that you think about all the time, but you just put it to the side. 'Cause if you're truly passionate about things and you put it to the side, you're quitting. You're telling yourself you're not good enough. Or maybe someone else is telling you you can't do that. Why are you even trying that? Oh, you're trying to write a book? Oh, I'm gonna laugh at you. You get laughed at by someone that cares about you. Oh, you're trying to write a song? Oh, that song sucks. No one's gonna want to listen to that music. That idea, that creation, that project you're working on, never gonna work. So people will bring you down before you even tried to accomplish it, before you even finished. If you're passionate about something, you need to move forward with that passion. And you need to see it through. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself being on this earth, having this opportunity. Because everyone on this earth, there are some people, unfortunately, that they don't have opportunities to live their dreams. They don't have opportunities to create things, to fight for their passions, to live the life they want to live. Unfortunately, that's the harsh reality of some people living the human experience. But you have this opportunity. This is your opportunity to live your dreams. So don't quit on those things. Your dreams and goals, those are the things that keep you going. Those are the things that make life meaningful. So when you do look back on your life in the future, you have that opportunity to look back in your life, you can be proud of all the things you accomplish. You can be proud of those moments that you lived your best life, that you gave it your all. You can be proud in those moments. You don't want to look back and regret. You do not want to look back and regret and say, I wish I would have tried that. I wish I would have just gave 100% when it was needed. I wish I never quit on that job. I wish I never quit on myself. I wish I never quit on that relationship. That person needed me. And it's true. We don't want to quit on people that we love and care about. But I will tell you one thing, you cannot change them. You cannot change someone. I've learned that waking up people, trying to help people change, is a fruitless endeavor because you can't wake someone up until they're ready to be awoke. You can't help somebody until they're ready to receive it and utilize that help for the betterment. And if you want to go down that road, if you want to help other people get better, live a better life, all power to you. But you have to understand the person you are trying to help will not change for the better until they are ready for it. It is their choice. That person, that is the person who holds the power on changing. No matter what you do or say, unless that person is ready to change and willing to change, and you're wasting your time. Because honestly, working on ourselves, trying to get better ourselves, trying to change for the better for ourselves, becoming a better person in this life, trying to live the best life, that is a full-time job. Trying to stay positive up here is a full-time job. Trying to take care of yourself is a full-time job. So when you're trying to change all these people because you think they need it, and maybe they do, and you're giving your energy towards those people that you love and care about, and I completely understand why you do it, but it's not going anywhere because that person doesn't want to change, then you need to step away. You need to step away and be ready when that person is ready to change, because then you can take that next step forward. So never quit on somebody, no matter what. Always leave that door open, but straight up, honestly, they hold the power, just like you hold the power over your actions, over yourself, over your mental state, over your physical state, over your spiritual state. As selfish as it sounds, you still need to take care of number one first. I know, yeah, you have children, right? Yeah. You gotta get them ready. They can't change their diaper. They can't even put their shoes on. How many of you have kids that it's like every single time it's time to put on shoes, it's like the most stressful thing, or it just gets ridiculous. Like, just put on shoes. What is so difficult? Put on your shoes, right? I understand. Our children need us. I understand. But you still need to take care of yourself first. Because if you are not right, if you are not in the right state of mind, then you're really no help to anyone else. So, number one, never quit, never give up. Every single day, it's easy just to give up on the day. I'm not going to do anything today. I'm going to have a lazy day. I'm just going to sit down on the couch and watch TV, watch a series. I'm going to watch a whole series today. And listen, I've been on a binge where I'll watch a few shows in one series with Netflix. It's so easy, right? Just to sit there. Next one, next one, next one, next one. But there's more to life than that. You can grasp life by its horns at any moment. You can steer that ship in any direction you want at any moment. You can start on any project, any dream. You can start writing any book. You can start writing any song. You can create any single thing you want at any single moment. You just have to start. Action. Action is the key. Moving forward is the key. It does not matter how fast you are moving, but as long as you are moving in the right direction. Any moment, anytime. And if your dreams and goals were worth a dime, you could stop right now. You could give up on anything. Because when you want to chase your goals and dreams, you have to sacrifice things. What are you willing to sacrifice for your goals and dreams? What are you willing to put away and never touch again to live your best life? Sometimes those are people too. Sometimes those are people that you're hanging around with that aren't the best people to be hanging around with. They don't share your vision in a sense, right? They don't bring the best out of you. Substances. Oh, drinking soda. It's not a drug. You ever try putting a nail in a cup of Coca-Cola? See what happens to that nail? What do you think's happening to your insides, to the inside of your body? So little choices like that, putting sugar away, putting alcohol away, putting the cigarettes away, things you can sacrifice to become better, healthier, to have more energy. That's what it's really all about. You need the energy. You need the energy to power through when you don't feel like it. I have woke up every single morning this week at 6 a.m. and I've exercised. And then I've done about 7 to 10 minutes of meditation before I've come live here on Facebook and YouTube, which you can find me every weekday at 7 a.m. with the replay on Spotify and YouTube later on in the day. And there were times when I woke up. Today I woke up, I'm like, ugh, just another minute. But I couldn't force myself to do that. I knew if I closed my eyes, I would fall asleep. So this commitment that I've put out there into the world has forced me to stay true to my word. And I know sleep would have felt really good. But once I started exercising, a few minutes in, I started feeling really good. So having the energy comes from putting energy out. You're just not going to receive energy, right? Eating, drinking healthy, exercising. I've noticed that when before I go to work in a restaurant, if I exercise before I go to work at the restaurant, that my body is so much better. I have so much more energy. But if I wake up late, being lethargic, hanging around, watching TV, just not doing anything all day, then I go to work, I'm gonna have no energy. Also, if I eat like a big meal or something, or kind of get slowed down. I don't want to slow down. I want to keep going faster. I want to move forward. So finding that energy every single day, you have to put the time in to receive that energy, to not quit. Because when you don't have any energy, you're gonna quit. You're gonna give up a little bit more easier. But if you're putting the energy out there, if you're eating healthy, if you're drinking healthy, you're gonna have a lot more energy to do whatever you want. For some people, when you're chasing that dream and goal, it seems like you have all the energy in the world. I remember when I was first building the hostel, and they put they did the perimeter with cement blocks, so there was no basement. But the way the land was, there was a slope, so we needed some earth, we needed some dirt, and yeah, I guess I could have hired a truck at that point to bring some in, but I didn't. So I had a couple of wheelbarrows, and we had to go up about, I don't know, certain parts about 3, 4 feet of earth. It wasn't the biggest. I wish I had the. I think it was like 23 feet by like 22 feet. It was just a square. It wasn't a big house by any means at the time. The core of the Sour South Hospital wasn't large, but it was still a lot of earth I had to carry. And I spent 3 days, 3 days of moving earth in a wheelbarrow to fill that thing. And I felt tired afterwards, but in the middle of it, I was up against the clock. I knew I had to complete the construction of the core of the Sour South Apostle at that time. I had like a month and a half to do it. Yeah, I was up against the clock, and I worked my best when I'm up against the clock, and I didn't care. I remember my oldest daughter, her uncle was helping me the first day, and we went at it, man. We were at like a good 10 hours at least. And I'm like, "Oh, I paid him. I'm gonna come back again tomorrow." It's like, "Oh, no, 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 no." Working that extra day to trying to get some extra cash. He wasn't coming back for that because it was a long day. And the next day I did it myself. The next day I did it myself. But I had all the energy in the world because I cared about something. I was passionate about something. That was my dream, to build something. And it didn't matter how long it was going to take, what I had to do physically. I could handle that. There's certain things physically, yeah, we might not be able to handle, but at that particular time, when I was 33, I could handle that. Could I handle that now? I probably could. Probably still could. I'm gonna be sore as hell afterwards. But the end game of having that built, of seeing the fruits of my labor, knowing the sweat that I put into that, I'm proud of that. I didn't quit. Could have hired, maybe I could have found other bodies, but I didn't have time to look for people. I had to do it myself because I was up against the clock. So don't quit. Never give up. I know you hear it all the time. We always say, don't give up, don't give up, don't quit. Yeah, it's easy to say, but can you practice that action? Can you be more than just words? Never give up, never quit. It's your time. This is your opportunity. That dream and goal you have out in front of you, don't stop going towards it. Don't stop reaching for it. Makes you feel alive, doesn't it? When you love something so much and you're working towards it, yeah, the process might be tough. It might be difficult. You might say, "Ah, this is impossible. Oh, why did this happen? Oh, man, not again. This broke. I gotta fix this." Just a roadblock, just a bump. You can do it. You gotta keep moving forward. It's your opportunity to live your best life. And we all have our own desires and wishes and goals and dreams, and not the same. I care about different things than you. I'm here having this podcast, the morning talk show, because I want to become a better person. My dream was to become a motivational speaker years ago. And maybe this is part of the process. Maybe this is me putting my time in, my practice in, getting right, getting having more discipline and structure in my life every single day. Trying to reach a better audience, a bigger audience. But it comes back to me first. It comes back to wanting to be better. I know every single person listening right now, you have that desire within you to become a better person. You want good things for yourself. You want good things for your family, for your loved ones, for your friends. You want to be successful, but it doesn't happen overnight. Not on a snap of a finger. Life isn't like that. Sometimes I wish it was, but the journey is the best part. Struggle is necessary to succeed. You have to go through it. You have to fail before you succeed. How many of you have heard that before? How many of you have failed before you reached success? How many of you have failed and then just quit? So that's the difference. When you fail at something and you quit, if you don't think you're good enough, smart enough, talented enough, creative enough, strong enough. Or did you fail and you came back for some more? Did you fail, look at it differently, step back for a moment, and then attacked that problem a little bit differently? Did you fail, and that failure, did it fire you up a little bit more? Make you a little bit more hungrier? Just because you fail doesn't mean it's over. I feel that many things throughout my life. Got to keep going. Got to keep moving forward. Your path and my path are a little bit differently, but right now they are crossing. Our paths and our lives are crossing right now. And maybe they've crossed before throughout our lives. But if you're at home, if you're in your car, if you're on your phone listening to this right now, I thank you for taking the time. But there's a reason why you are listening right now. There's a reason why you actually are taking the time, giving me your ears. I do appreciate you taking the time. I do appreciate all the positive feedback that I've received along the way so far on day 5 of the Conquering Hill podcast, the morning talk show. I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go. Like I said, I will never be able to truly measure the success of this talk show without measuring the success of becoming a better person throughout the process, a stronger person throughout the process. Because the success of this talk show and podcast is really measured by how I can keep my discipline and structure intact, how long I can keep going. Do I quit? Do I give up? Do I give in? I asked my wife before this started, what happens first? Do I quit or do I get canceled? And she just laughed. She's like, oh, yeah, definitely canceled. Because she knows I'm not a quitter. So I put myself out here, and that alone is a tactic of myself, because I will never quit, especially when I put myself out there. Because number one, I not only will I know I'm a quitter if I stepped away, then everyone out there that's ever taken the time to listen will think, ah man, he's just a quitter. All talk, no action. So that I had to put that added pressure on, much like I did I when I first when I first logged in and registered on Facebook, and I put out there that GoFundMe ad to help me, help me support my dream to build a soursop hostel. Please donate. I was asking for money for my dream. That's how much I cared about it. But I was also embarrassed, because there was no way in hell I was going to ask for money and not do anything. Right? I was going to see that through so I could prove to everyone that I was serious about reaching my goals and dreams. Because I knew I could do it. I knew I would do it, but I needed to put the added pressure on. That's just the way I'm wired. That's the way I'm built. So coming to you live Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., repeating that, advertising that. I'm going to be here. Unless some unforeseen circumstance or travel days or unless something along those lines, I will be here live 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, live on my personal Facebook page and live on YouTube. You can also find me on Spotify later on the day. I truly appreciate you taking the time. Have a great weekend and never give up. The power is in your hands. Thank you.